Hello, my lovely butterfly. Welcome to this new A Layer a Day challenge. Before we dive into things, just in case you missed it, I have new Paper Artsy goodies out. I'll post a link to the announcing blog post from Paper Artsy in the description of this video. The second thing that I wanted to mention before starting with the challenge is this is your last week to have your name entered for the big A Layer a Day one-on-one draw. So next week during the live, I will be picking one name. Every time you post your finished spread on the forum, your name goes into the draw. So if you post it 5 times this month, well, your name will be in there 5 times. And that person will have a one-on-one session, Zoom session with me, where we will discuss whatever it is you feel like discussing art channeling wise. It can be a spread that you're stuck with. It can be a technique that you have questions about. It can be just plainly art channeling together. It can be whatever you want it to be that is art channeling related. But for now, time for a new A Layer a Day challenge. We are on week 21 of this A Layer a Day challenge, year 5. I will never say that enough. This challenge will run from today, May 28th, until until June 4th. I'm counting backwards now. Until June 4th. And this is our last week where we're talking about language. There is still one aspect that we haven't covered yet and that I really, really like when it comes to language. And I thought this would be such a good way to discover new ones that you're probably using or that you probably like, and that is, I'm talking about, drumroll, quotes. Of course, we need some quotes this month. Quotes, they can be empowering, they can be inspiring, they can be quirky, they can be funny, they can be very, very meaningful, they can be total nonsense, and yet they can be all of that at once. And still, we do love them. That is why, well, at least in art channeling, we very often use them, but maybe, just like me, you like to use them in other occasions. I always have at least one post-it on my computer screen, on the side of my computer screen, with one quote on it that is very inspiring for me in the ongoing moments. And I thought if everyone uses his or her favorite quote in this week's spread, we will be discovering so many new quotes that we might be using in the upcoming weeks in our life for the rest of our days. So, quotes. What is your favorite quote? And now you might be thinking, how do I even add this in my journal? Maybe you will have to write it, and that is okay too. Accepting your own handwriting in your own art journal is, I think, very, very necessary. For me, it means as much as accepting yourself. This is your handwriting. It is reflecting how you're feeling in that moment. It can be some days a little bit more scratchy, some days it can be a little bit more round and fluid. It very often reflects how it is we're feeling. So accepting how we're putting things on paper in terms of writing, for me, means as much as accepting yourself. Now, if this is daunting to have to post it on the forum, you can still print it, or you can cut it out of a magazine, or maybe an old book that you have laying around that you have been using for words or quotes. So there are ways around it. You can cheat just a little bit if you don't feel comfortable just yet to actually write it and have your own handwriting in your journal. That's it. Quotes. I'm looking forward to discover what your favorite quote is. I'm not going to tell you mine just yet, just because I have several, and depending on how I will feel while I'm making that spread, that is the quote that will come out and that I will be using. If you're one of my members, we're hanging out on Monday, 7:30 p.m. Central European Time. As always, the link is up on your part of the forum, which is the Chrysalis part of the forum. And yeah, let's hang out together. Thank you so much for being here with me. Looking forward to your favorite quote on your beautiful spread. In the meantime, don't forget to put down A Layer a Day in a mindful way. Butterfly kisses.